Welcome to Reviews That Scare with Jess and Blair. I'm Jess.
I'm Blair.
Blair, how are you?
I'm doing okay, man. How you doing?
I am doing very well. I just want to mention that we had our very first watch party last night.
We did, man.
And it was a ton of fun.
It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, we've talked about it, and I think we'll try and do a watch party once a month, at least once a month, because that was a ton of fun. And we appreciate everyone who joined us, even for a little bit yesterday. Thank you so much for making it a success. Last night we watched the movie we're going to chat about today. But before we do that, what do you say we chat a little bit about some horror news?
This is horror news.
Now, Blairski, you don't have any horror news this week, do you?
I do not, but I do want to say, I want to give a quick shout out to our listener, Larissa. It was her birthday yesterday, and she joined in on the watch party, which was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I was supposed to go out and meet with her tonight for a drink. My kid is sick. So happy birthday, Larissa.
Happy birthday. And to many more.
Yes.
I have one piece of horror news. We were just talking. It's kind of a quiet week for horror news.
It is, man. It's weird.
But I have, and it's not even a whole lot. I believe I mentioned it in an earlier episode that there was news of a Lost Boys stage musical in the works.
You did, yeah.
This one produced by Patrick Wilson, of course, of the Conjuring universe. And we got a little teaser trailer earlier this week, which was really, really cool. It doesn't give much away, but there is a little snippet of some music, which I can only imagine is going to be part of the show.
Yeah.
And the music sounds really, really cool.
That's pretty awesome that they're still doing that.
Yeah, I tried looking for kind of a release date or a production run date to begin or previews to begin, and I couldn't find anything.
Okay.
But that's something to look forward to. Is I believe it is called Lost Boys, the musical.
The musical, yeah.
Yeah. Something cool to look forward to. That's all I have for horror news. So without any further ado, let's dive into this week's episode. The last episode of January goes to 2023's Thanksgiving. Runtime on this one, 1 hour, 46 minutes. Blairski, initial thoughts on the runtime?
I'm okay with it. It's a little on the longer end, but I'm okay with it for this movie.
Yeah, there was a couple times where I was looking at the watch, but all in all, not terrible.
Yeah,
not terrible. Let's jump into fun facts.
Fun facts. Facts that are fun.
Blairski, this is the first time that we have intro music for fun facts.
Yeah, man.
It only took us, I don't even know how many episodes, but we finally did it.
Yeah, we've got segment intros for all our segments now, I think anyways.
Yeah, until we start creating new segments, and then it's, another year's delay to do segment intros. But you know what? I'm pretty happy with how Fun Facts turned out. Now, let's start this off. Blairski, do you have any fun facts for 2023's Thanksgiving?
First one's a very well-known fun fact. This movie is based off the Grindhouse trailer that Eli Roth did back in 2007. This is also the third feature film made out of those trailers. The other two include Machete and Hobo with a Shotgun. And then I think there's a second Machete too. Like, I think they've made two Machete movies. So pretty awesome stuff.
Machete Kills?
Yes, that right? I think that's the second one. Yeah,
I thought there was maybe even rumors for a while that Edgar Wright was maybe thinking about doing a full-length feature for his Grindhouse trailer, which was Don't. I think that's what it was called. Don't.
Yeah, I think you were the
Simply
one that
called
told me
Don't.
that it might be a feature movie. We still haven't seen anything yet, but
I
that would
do
be
love
pretty
Edgar
awesome.
Wright. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. What else you got for fun facts?
Well, on a $15 million budget, this movie surpassed $46 million worldwide.
Wow.
And there is a sequel currently in the works with Eli Roth taking this entire year off to focus solely on, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, I was even reading that he was doing reshoots for the new Borderlands movie, which is a massive project.
Yeah.
And he basically handed it off to the assistant director, so he could focus on Thanksgiving. So obviously this is his magnum opus. This is his franchise.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, really cool.
That's all I got for horror news.
That's all you got?
Or not horror news, fun facts. What segment are we on?
Who knows? I've got a couple fun facts here. There's a cat in this movie. The cat's name is Tonic.
Okay.
And Tonic has quite the resume. Tonic was also the cat that starred in 2019's remake of Pet Sematary.
No kidding. Okay.
Really, really cool. Yeah. I also have here the bloody font used at the beginning and at the end is the same font that was used in the original 2007 trailer, which is really neat. Amanda Barker, who played Lizzie, is actually related to Pilgrim John Carver.
Really?
How cool is that? Very
Wild,
distant.
man.
She is John Carver's 9th great niece, but who's counting?
Yeah.
Pretty cool stuff.
That is cool.
And then finally, I have here with an 83% fresh rating on Rotten Tomatoes, Thanksgiving is Eli Roth's most critically well-received movie. Congratulations, Eli Roth.
Yeah, good for you, man. Right on.
I know that we had mentioned that when it first came out, it was immediately well-received.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. Well-deserved. Well-deserved.
He's made some good movies, man.
Yeah. And I'm going to say it right now. This one definitely stood out.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Let's dive into the fine folks who made this fine movie. Of course, starting with Eli Roth, also directed 2013's The Green Inferno, Hostels Part 1 and 2, 2002's Cabin Fever, and the upcoming Borderlands movie. Blairski, we've seen all of those.
Yes.
The Green Inferno, I kind of forgot that he directed that one.
I did too. That movie, it's kind of like Cannibal Holocaust, is it not? A little bit?
Yeah, same kind of similar vibes.
Yeah.
It's also pretty disturbing, much like Cannibal Holocaust.
Yeah.
Go figure.
So is Hostel 1 and 2.
Yeah, absolutely. This one written by, of course, Eli Roth, also wrote Hostels Part 1 and 2, and starred in 2009's Inglourious Bastards as Sergeant Donnie Donowitz.
Mm-hmm.
Such a cool character.
Yeah.
Such a cool movie. Eli Roth, very cool.
Wasn't his nickname like the Bear or something like that in that movie?
Yeah, I believe it was
something
the
like
Bear
that.
Jew.
Yeah.
The Bear Jew. Yeah. This one also written by Jeff Randall. Also wrote 2007's fake trailer for Thanksgiving and will be writing Thanksgiving 2 with Eli Roth. This is a massive, massive, massive cast. Lots of people in this one. So we're only going to chat about a few of them. Of course, what better place to start than Patrick Dempsey as Sheriff Eric, starred as Dr. Derek Shepard, a.k.a. Dr. McDreamy, in 247 episodes of the hit TV show Grey's Anatomy. Also played Robert in 2007's Enchanted, Piero in the brand new 2023 Ferrari starring Adam Driver, and of course as Mark in Scream 3. This one also starring Nell Verloc, who I butchered that, Nell. I apologize profusely. She stars as Jessica, also starred in 20 episodes of the TV show Big Shot, where she played Louise. Also starring Rick Hoffman as Thomas Wright, starred in 134 episodes of Suits, 6 episodes of Billions, 2005's Hostel, and in 10 episodes of the much acclaimed The Bernie Mac Show. And then finally, Jalen Thomas Brooks as Bobby, starred in 20 episodes of Walker. This is the second episode in a row that a cast member has starred in more than 20 episodes of Walker. Synopsis for 2023's Thanksgiving, courtesy of our dear friends at IMDb. After a Black Friday riot ends in tragedy, a mysterious Thanksgiving-inspired killer terrorizes Plymouth, the birthplace of the infamous holiday. Cool.
I like it. I like it.
Works for me. Works for me. Short and sweet, to the point. Yeah, works for me just fine. This leads to kill count.
Kill count. The time of the show we count the kills.
Blairski, please tell me we have a nice kill count for 2023's Thanksgiving.
This was a hard one to count, man. It was a hard one to count. There's a lot of kills right off the bat at the very beginning of the movie. Plus with the watch party going on, right? It's hard to fully keep a count.
Yeah.
However, I got a kill count of 13, making it the exact same as the last movie we just did, Friday the 13th.
We've got some front runners for most kill counts for the Golden Sandwich Award this year. Wow, 13. Let's jump into our next segment where we can talk about that. Our next segment, of course, is likes and dislikes.
Likes, dislikes, likes, dislikes,
and everything in between. Bam, look at that. Another brand new intro song, and I love it. Likes and dislikes, of course, the portion of the show where we chat about what we liked, what we didn't like, and everything in between. What better place to start than the kills?
Yeah, 100%. We'll just start with the whole intro because that's where we get our first, I think, 4 kills just before the title card.
Yeah.
The Black Friday massacre, we'll call it.
Yeah, shoppers are nuts. Yeah, it is. It is a Black Friday massacre for sure. That opening intro, it was great. We love the intros, and it was exactly what I thought it was going to be. It was over the top. It was gory. It was ridiculous. It was a perfect way to start a movie off, especially one called Thanksgiving.
Yeah. 100%. And to get back to the kills, they're great, man. They're gory. The prosthetics and practical effects looked great. Yeah. A lot of the kills throughout the movie, including in that beginning scene, were very unique.
Yeah.
Like very unique kills you wouldn't see in any other movie. I loved it. I really did.
Yeah, I agree. Totally creative. I just wrote down a couple snippets here. I don't want to give too much away.
Yeah.
But we have deaths involving a car in a dumpster, a trampoline, a table saw. What else do we have here? This one is good. A death that our pal Aziz had basically described simply as someone being Pinocchio. Which was brilliant. Yeah. Great observation. Way too funny. Yeah. We have an oven and more beheadings than I can count.
Lots of beheadings.
The list goes on and on. And so many of these deaths, that was the first time I had seen anything like that.
Yeah.
Very creative. And it was a very gory movie, but I don't think it distracted from the rest of the movie.
No. It was fun. Like it was a fun kind of gory. I don't know. Like it was gory in the sense to, I don't know how to explain that. Like a fun gory, not a gory to really put you off. You know what I mean? Not like a hostile kind of gory where it like disturbs you, right?
But I don't think
it was a fun
goriness.
Like,
yeah, but even like you said, like the prosthetics were really good. It's not like it was like cartoon blood. Like it was graphic, but I think the gore had a place in the movie. I think it was put in wisely and it was used in a smart way, and it was very over the top, but it didn't feel like a complete gore fest. Maybe like a Hostel does.
Hostel just it doesn't seem as real as like a Hostel does to me.
Yeah.
Even though it looks just as real, but I don't know, just the feel of the movie to me.
It did have that 80s slasher
Mhm.
vibe where you could kind of laugh at it a little bit.
Right?
You know?
That's what
Yeah.
that's what I was trying to get at. The killer himself,
Yeah.
he looked really cool. The mask was cool.
Yeah.
I liked the hat and the all black outfit. I liked how the way he moved. He was quick and
Yeah. I liked the whole use of the mask where it was several times there's a bunch of different characters wearing these masks. So it kind of throws you off. You have different builds for the character of John Carver. So you really, it's at least at the beginning, it's a little bit difficult to, do the detective work and kind of figure out who the killer is. About halfway through the movie, it gets a little bit predictable. I know that in the group chat during the stream of the movie, we were kind of going back and forth with who do we think it is.
yeah.
And about halfway through the movie, I think I had figured it out just by, okay, who hasn't been in a scene in a while?
Yeah.
Who's always missing from the scenes? And it was still good, and it was figured it out, and it was still a really cool reveal at the end. And even the motives of why this person is doing the things that they're doing was really,
Makes
really
sense.
cool.
Yeah.
But I agree. I love the look of John Carver. It's super unique, and any killer that wears a somewhat creepy mask is okay in my books.
Especially when he takes his mask off at that one point and puts it on top of the oven, melting it a bit, and then it becomes like a deformed John Carver mask.
Yeah.
I think he only wears that temporarily, but I did think that was pretty cool as well.
Yeah, it just adds a bit more character to his mask. It makes it that much more unique. I mean, just looking at like a franchise like Halloween, look at how many times that mask has changed. So it is kind of cool seeing that the killer, although this mask is everywhere, his is somewhat unique.
Yeah.
Different than everyone else, which the character is.
Yeah.
What else did you like about this one or not like about this one?
Wow. Well, how did you feel about the characters in this movie? Like not John Carver, but everybody else. Like, how did you feel about them?
I didn't mind the characters. I certainly didn't mind the acting. There was definitely some performances that were stronger than others. I think all in all, the acting was good. I didn't mind it at all. I felt like there was maybe too many characters.
There was a lot, man.
Which it doesn't necessarily make it difficult to follow. It makes you question whether or not that was necessary. Far too many characters.
I feel like they did a good mix, though, of characters that you're actually rooting for, and then characters you're just waiting to watch, get killed. I think they did a good job with that. And like a movie like this, where you are going to have a high kill count, and it is a whodunit kind of movie.
Yeah,
you do want a lot of characters in movies like that. So I kind of get that.
And even the minor characters are dying in like very elaborate ways.
Yeah.
So they're, even though their screen time is minimal, their performances and their characters are very memorable.
Yeah.
You'll remember those smaller characters because of the ways that they are killed off.
Yeah. No.
Which, I mean, I think that's one of the things on our bucket list is we want to be in a horror movie where we die in a very unique way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I only have two more things written here. Music I thought was good. The score was good for the movie. And I just like you love how the movie ended.
Yeah.
The credits.
I mean,
that was the Misfits, wasn't it? Misfits?
It was. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
a punk rock fan through and through. And I mean, what better way to end the movie than with the Misfits, where Eagles Dare playing? What a great song, great bass line, badass song, and a great way to go into the credits. I love it.
Yeah, it was a good way to end the movie. And that leads into the last thing I have written. This movie was just a lot of fun, man.
Yeah. And that's really all I hope for in a slasher movie. Good killer, good death, a ton of fun.
Yeah.
And this movie had all three. It had a good killer, it had some very unique deaths, and it was a ton of fun.
Yeah. Like a lot of fun.
You saw this one in theaters, correct?
I did. So I knew who the killer was the whole time watching it yesterday. I was kind of playing along with everybody too, like just throwing names out there. So I knew
Yeah.
who it was. But yeah, I saw it in theaters, man, and it lived up. I like it about the same. Both watches, I just liked it. I enjoyed it.
I was going to say that I think that's maybe my only regret after watching it is that I didn't get a chance to see it while it was in theaters. I think,
Yeah.
I mean, it was the second best. We obviously had our watch party, which was a ton of fun. But I think this movie definitely is one that you should watch with a bunch of friends or a bunch of like-minded movie folks who enjoy kind
A
of
fun
traditional
slasher,
slashers.
yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. That's kind of all I have as well. What do you say we move right along
Okay.
to our next segment, which is lessons we learned from watching 2023's Thanksgiving.
Lessons we learned from watching. Insert title of movie here.
The portion of the show where we talk about the valuable life lessons we learned from watching said movie. Blairski, did you learn anything from Thanksgiving?
I did indeed, Jesse. I learned that smart people take Adderall
Yeah.
so they can get into Ivy League schools.
Yeah. Oh, goodness.
I also learned that the common van is statistically the number one choice of transportation for serial killers, pedophiles, and rapists.
Yeah. It's a known thing.
A known thing.
Oh, goodness.
Last lesson I learned is the importance of seasoning. Do not forget your salt and pepper.
That's right. A little Italian seasoning, perhaps.
Perhaps.
Why not? I learned a couple of things here. Don't stick things in your ears, whether it be a Q-tip or a corn on the cob holder. Don't put things in your ears. You'll hurt
No.
yourself. Thanksgiving was first celebrated by Pilgrims in 1621, many years ago. I learned that plagiarism is serious. Don't
It is.
plagiarize ever. And then finally, nothing says Thanksgiving festivities like a face-melting guitar solo performed by a man wearing a denim vest and a tricorn hat on top of a parade float. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. This leads to our next segment, one of our favorites, I would say.
One of them.
Line of the night.
Line of the night. Line of the night. Line of the night. Line of the night. Line of the night. Line of the night. Line of the night. Line of the night. Line of the night.
The segment of the show where we discuss our favorite lines from the movie. They might give us chills. They might give us the giggles. All we know is that they are our favorites. Blairski. You got a couple line of the nights?
I do, and I'm going to start with this one. This year, there will be no leftovers. Said
So
by
great.
McDreamy himself. It was also the slogan, I think, for the movie. There
Yeah.
will be no leftovers. Great line. I love it.
Great tagline. Absolutely.
My second and last line of the night. This movie had great lines, though, but I just didn't write that many down.
Yeah.
Last one I have is, I'm a security guard. I kill people every fucking day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Said by one of the Right Mart security guards as he's being hunted down by John Carver. I don't even think that character even got a name.
Yeah, he didn't. Performed by comedian Tim Dillon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great line. I
I
wrote that
loved
one
it.
down as well. So good.
So funny, man.
I've got a couple here. The character Evan says, if we let the police handle this, we're all going to be 50% off.
Mhm.
What a great line. So cheesy. And then finally, I got a bit of a lengthier one, a bit
Okay.
of dialogue here. It starts with the character McCarthy saying, sometimes things end up much better than you'd expect. All right. Think of it this way. When Black Sabbath fired Ozzy in 79, you would have figured it was all fucking over. The end of an era. But then comes Ronnie James Dio, all 5 foot nothing of him, the evil little elf. And he brought a magic to the band they hadn't seen in years. To which a kid at the party says, who's Black Sabbath?
Yeah.
To which McCarthy says, get the fuck off my property.
Yeah, it's like,
So great.
The kid's like trying to like reason with him. He's like, no, get off my
get
property.
the fuck off my property. I thought that was great. Long live Sabbath. Yeah.
It's good.
Oh goodness, this leads to our final segment of the show. Definitely our favorite segment of the show.
Yes.
Celebrity lookalike time.
Celebrity lookalike time.
The time of the show where we take a look at the cast and discuss their celebrity doppelgangers. Spoiler alert, it usually comes down to the character's hairstyle. Blairski, you got some celebrities?
Yeah, I got a few of them. The character Amanda, who dies at the very beginning of the movie, she reminded me of Katie Seagal.
Okay.
Best known for her roles Married with Children, Eight Simple Rules, Sons of Anarchy.
Sons of Anarchy, yeah.
Yeah, she reminded me of Katie. I'm not sure if it's Seagal or Sagal. But yeah, it reminded me of her. The character McCarty, he kind of reminded me of Skeet Ulrich a little bit.
Okay, yeah.
And finally, the character Evan reminded me of a younger Mario Lopez, just a little bit.
Okay. Mr. Saved by the Bell.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. I've got a couple here. The character Scott, very minor character in the movie, reminded me of none other than the boy who lived. 10 points for Gryffindor, Mr. Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah.
Definitely the hair and definitely the glasses.
Yeah.
All he was missing was the lightning bolt scar on his forehead and a broom. Oh, goodness. And then finally, the mask of John Carver, aka the Killer, reminded me of one of the greatest playwrights of all time, the Bard of Avon, Mr. Bill Shakespeare.
It does. He looks exactly like him.
Yeah, absolutely. Just some old white guy with some facial hair.
Yeah.
They all look the same. Oh, goodness. This leads us to our final rating for 2023's Thanksgiving Blairski. Out of 5 stampedes resulting in death, caused not by wildebeests, but by a mob of discounted waffle iron wielding shoppers out of 5. What do you give 2023's Thanksgiving?
Oh man, those damn waffle irons, eh?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it 4 stampedes resulting in death caused not by wildebeests, but by a mob of discounted waffle iron wielding shoppers out of 5.
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more. 4 stampedes resulting in death caused not by wildebeests, but by a mob of discounted waffle iron wielding shoppers out of 5. I was pleasantly surprised with how much I enjoyed this movie.
It's a fun one, man. It's a fun movie.
Yeah, Eli Roth killed it. It was hilarious and bloody and gory and over the top and just a great slasher movie.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Well done, Eli. You did it again. This was a real fun one to talk about. And we made it through January, which was a little bit of a write-off month for us. We didn't really have anything planned for the month.
No.
But
just winging it this month. Yeah.
Just kind of winging it, watching movies that we've been talking about doing for a while. Glad we did the ones we did. And very excited for next month, where we'll kind of be back into our regular scheduled programming.
We'll at least have a theme for next month.
Yeah, we'll get back into the theme months for sure. We're going to be having, I guess, a reveal show coming up here right away, where we talk about the movies that we will be reviewing next month, which should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, no more wheel. No more
wheel. We're gonna take some time away from the wheel. And Blairski, you and I are going to personally curate every month that we're doing, which I think is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be, filled with movies that we both really enjoy, that, you've seen and I haven't seen, or I've seen and you haven't seen, or movies that neither of us have seen and that we've been wanting to watch for a while. So really excited for the new format. We'll give it a whirl. We'll give it a whirl.
Give it a shot. Yeah,
exactly. But until then, this has been Reviews That Scare with Jess and Blair. I'm Jess.
I'm Blair. Remember to stay scary.
And eat every sandwich.
Okay, man. Goodbye.
Thank you for listening to Reviews That Scare. make sure you check out our Linktree at linktree/reviewsetscare. That's linktr.ee/reviewsetscare, which has links to our Instagram, YouTube, Patreon, Twitch, and many other things. If you'd like to email us, you can reach us at reviewsetscare@gmail.com. Thanks for listening, and remember to stay scary and eat every sandwich. A proud member of Pod Nation TV.